If you keep following the flow, you'll always lose. But this guy has already understood something most people ignore. And here's the part nobody mentions. He doesn't do it alone. Funny, isn't it? With a brain that size, he already figured out the thing most people spend their entire lives missing. Maybe it's time to change that. Let's get into it. Most people have a cash flow problem and don't know it. They think they have an income problem, which is exactly what the financial industry prefers you to believe. Keeps you working harder instead of thinking differently. Here's the actual difference. An income problem means you don't earn enough. A cash flow problem means the money comes in, moves around freely, and quietly leaves. The bank on the other end? Very grateful. Most people are handed a river and told to swim. They exhaust themselves. They wonder why they're not getting anywhere. The beaver looks at the same river and thinks, I'm not swimming, I'm building. But here's what he thinks next. And this is the part that actually changes things. And I'm not building alone. The beaver builds a dam, redirects the water, creates a reservoir where the resource doesn't just pass through, it stays, it works. Swap the words. River equals your income. Dam equals your financial system. Reservoir equals your accumulated capital. The beaver doesn't earn more water than the other animals. He simply decides not all of it gets to leave. That's cash flow management, not a spreadsheet, not an app, a structural decision about what stays. This part is essential, but it's not the whole story, because a dam can only hold what the river brings. And if the river is small, managing it perfectly still produces a small result. The beaver knows this. So at some point, he stops asking how to manage the river better. He starts asking how to find bigger ones. And this is where most financial advice ends. Save more, spend less, invest the rest. Which is fine. Fine is not freedom. Stick around, because what comes next is the part that separates people who are comfortable from people who are actually building something. You have skills, things you do every day, organizing, solving problems, communicating, building, explaining, that other people don't have and don't know how to do. The market has been paying your employer for those skills for years. Your employer pays you a fraction of that, which is, to be diplomatic, the system working exactly as designed. What happens when you take those same skills directly to the market? Freelance work, consulting, a service, something you build on the side. And inside your current job, when you develop a skill that's genuinely rare in your environment, the value of your labor changes. But there's still one piece missing. Here's what nobody talks about when they tell you to build multiple income streams. The beaver doesn't build the dam alone. Go watch a beaver colony sometime. There's one building the main structure, one redirecting smaller channels, one reinforcing what's already there, one scouting new water sources. They're not doing the same job. They're doing complementary jobs. And the result is something none of them could have built individually. This is the actual mechanism behind most of the wealth you've ever admired. The people who built real financial independence, the ones you read about, the ones who turned a side business into something serious, almost none of them did it alone. They found someone who was good at what they weren't, someone willing to build with them, someone whose skills filled the gaps they couldn't fill themselves. Not an employee, not a boss, a partner in the same direction. Two beavers with complementary skills build faster than two beavers doing the same thing, and they build something neither one could have built on their own. That's not a motivational observation. That's how businesses actually get built, how secondary projects become primary ones, how something that started as a second river eventually becomes the main one. The dam gets you stable, the second river gets you growing, the other beavers get you somewhere worth going. That's the difference between income and wealth. One requires your presence, the other doesn't. The beaver isn't smarter than you. He simply never confused movement with progress, and he never confused independence with isolation. Intercept the flow, build the second river, find the other beavers, let the system run. If this made sense, and honestly, given how well the beaver explained it, it should. Hit the like. It helps the channel more than you'd think. Try not to just go with the flow until then.